Hello everyone and welcome to another Explore video. So we're on a roll with the Explore videos as of recent. The next card that we're going to take a look at from the Explore anthology, and that's going to be Eidolon of the Great Revel. Now Mono Red is already pretty established deck in Pioneer, so it wasn't really hard to come up with a deck, especially just porting over the Pioneer list. I did make some sideboard changes and the main deck itself. Since Explore meta is ever so slightly different, especially the fact that there's a lot of life gains in Best of 1, and there's also a bunch of Angel decks as well, which I guess it really doesn't exist in Pioneer. So to accommodate that, we are going to be playing a main deck 3 copies of Rampaging Frostodon, which denies opponent from gaining life. It's also pretty good versus creature decks as well. And what's a card that goes nicely with Rampaging Frostodon is Torbrand. If you have Rampaging Frostodon on the board with Torbrand at the same time, now it's going to be dealing 3 damage every time opponent plays a creature. And this doesn't affect us in any way because Torbrand says that if a red source you control would deal damage to an opponent, then you deal +2 damage. And not to mention, just a copy of a Goblin Chain Whirler in the main deck as well to go along with the Torbrand. It is a nice combo. It'll deal 3 damage instead, clearing the entire board. Although it's not going to come up too often because we're only going to be playing 1 copy of it. But I do have 1 more copy in the sideboard so that versus something like Mono Green Devotion, for instance, is going to be able to clear up the entire board of all the elves on the other side. And 1 more card that's going to combo well with Torbrand is going to be the Eidolon of the Great Revel, which is the new edition from the Explorer Anthology. And this is a really, really awesome card. It plays all the way back to Legacy, and that just goes to show how powerful of a card it is. But you do have to be careful though, because a lot of times Eidolon of the Great Revel could kill you instead. But as long as you're the one who's being the aggressor, it's not going to be a big deal, since their life total is going to be lower than yours. So now, let's move on to Sideboard, because Sideboard is a little bit more interesting. First off, we got 3 copies of Rending Volley. Not only is this card really good versus Greasefang, I haven't seen Greasefang as of recent, but this is a sideboard card you would want to bring versus a Greasefang deck. Mono White Humans is another target for the Rending Volley, and you definitely want to bring 3 copies of them versus them. Next up, we got Obliterating Bolt. It's a 2-mana spell, which is basically Lava Coil, but better. You want to bring this versus Mono Green Devotion, Angel decks, and Sacrifice decks. And then we got 2 copies of Alliance Hearse versus Greasefang decks, and 1 copy of Burning Hand, which deals 6 damage to green source instead of being able to deal 2. And this is going to be very, very nice against a green devotion deck. And next up, we got Unchained Berserker, which is a 2-mana 1/1 human berserker, which has protection from white. Whenever it attacks, the card itself gets +2 attack. So not only is it going to be a very, very nice defender, especially going second versus mono white aggro matchups, but it's also going to be really great going first, being the aggressor, letting you attack for free every single turn. And we got 1 more copy of Goblin Chain Whirler, and the decks that you want to bring this against are basically decks with a lot of 1/1s. So for example, Mono Green Devotion, or against decks that have a lot of 3 toughness and you want to defend against them or attack through them. This is a card that you want to bring. So for example, versus human decks or even Rakdos midrange, it's pretty decent since this does hit planeswalkers. And 2 copies of Chandra Torch of Defiance versus Rakdos midrange and Azorius Control. And lastly, we got 2 copies of Hazaret the Fervent versus Rakdos midrange and Azorius Control. And something that you can replace to bring in Hazaret the Fervent could be something like Torbrand instead. But that's going to be it for the intro. I'm going to be jumping into some ranked games in Explorer to see how the deck does. And if you guys enjoyed the video so far, leave a like, comment below, subscribe, and let's hop on over. We get to go first. Well, that's 4 lands. I guess we have to keep it. Not having a turn 2 is, okay, that does work out. That's really nice. Interesting. I think actually the play is, pass the turn. would play with fire up. So if that's mono red, I mean, this is mono green devotion. So I guess I'm just gonna play this out. Take some damage. Just slam everything in. They can't block the Frostodon because of Menace. Alright. So what's cool is because of Kumano, this gets exiled. They're at 9. Whatever they play, they're gonna take damage from now on because of the Frostodon. Oh, that's nice. That is very nice. Nice. So they were dead, right? Because of the Menace, they take 4 here, and then 1 goes through. They're at 5. They play a card, they die. Okay, so mono green devotion. Surprising thing is the first game 1 is actually supposed to be the hard one. Game 2 is going to be easier because mono green devotion can't sideboard. So we got Goblin Chain Whirler to clean up their 1/1s and Llanowar Elves and stuff. We got Obliterating Bolt and a Burning Hand. So let's see. I think game 2, Monastery Swift Sphere can go. Might even cut 2 copies of Lightning Strike. And we'll try to win with just self-damage with the Torbrand, Eidolon, Rampaging Frostodon. I think that's the play, while slowing them down with like things like Goblin Chain Whirlers and stuff. Okay, let's go. Not finding a shock is a bit of a bummer. I say that, but I just draw into it anyways. I was kind of hoping they didn't have more elves there, so I could have played like double Soulscar Mage, and then next turn I Bone Crusher Giant, but didn't happen. Did not happen. I'm just trying to deny them the 5th mana as much as possible. It's really nice that they got a tap land there. For me, at least.
Without the sun, I'll light your way. Aw, you're looking a little singed.
Pretty slow start from me. They're gonna now probably play like Cavalier of Thorns and stuff. No. Huh. Oh, that's
Come on,
great.
Hydra. Think of something good.
So now they can reanimate that layer of Hydra, right? To block. Unfortunately, we don't have any spells to cast, so I think we're just gonna develop the board here. So 2, 4, 5, 6. Even 2, 3. Okay, so this is Storm the Festival. I see. I see, I see. I see, I see. Surprised they grab Shadow Spear there. A lot more things they could have grabbed there, I think. Do we have lethal? Play the Soakins in. Spike Field Hazard. Reanimate Den of the Bugbear. So that's is 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. GG's. Just like that. That was a pretty fast game. Hmm. You know, if opponent's playing a creature deck, this is actually not a bad hand to keep. Going second, especially. Mono white. Green... I guess angels? Uh-oh. Pretty bad matchup, I would say, especially game 1. We don't have any, like, rending volleys and whatnot. So we need, like, Ferocidon quick. We have to Bone Crusher Giant first. Unfortunate. Another Jada. Kill that. Attack. Yeah, the Bishop of Wingstar is very, very strong. It is very, very strong. What a struggle. What a struggle. Bishop of Wing. What an absolute struggle. That opponent has infinite Gyaras. And we're dead to our Eidolon. Okay. Yeah, this is a matchup. Unchained Berserker seems okay. Rending Volley seems great. Obliterating Bolt seems great. Chain Whirler, probably not so much. We really need to draw Ferocidon. Monastery Swiftsir, kinda meh. Chandra's probably never gonna live a turn, so there's that. I think that's it. That's a mulligan. I don't like this hand either because we don't have a creature to play with the Kumano. But don't think mulliganing to 5 is gonna be a thing. I have to pass here, right? This matchup is just so tough. It is so freaking tough. Oh, that's great. That is great. So we want to attack first. Wow, you block? That's surprising. That is surprising for sure. Okay, that's a bit of annoying. We need land. We need land. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be winning this one. They drew their sideboard card, and they have a Skyclave Apparition for Rampaging Frostdawn. Quick loss. Quick win into a quick loss. It's very surprising to me that there's a lot of angels in best of 3, especially when there's a lot of mono greens, which is just something that angels can't beat. Not bad. Ooh. Mono... I mean, not mono. Rakdos mid-range? Perhaps? Thoughtseize against a mono red burn. Looks like they didn't draw land. Am I hearing this? There's like double music going around in the background. Okay, so this matchup, you take out Torbran, take the Chandras and 2 Hazarets. And you can just sideboard out the Swift Spears. And I believe Chain Whirler is going to be pretty decent here. And we go. What is going on? This music... There's like double musics. Jund? It was a Jund? It could still be Rakdos that is splashing Ziatora. Right? Ooh, Eidolon is so great, but... I'm not sure if we can give up this, give this up, you know? Actually, Eidolon was probably the correct choice. Do I want to attack first and then Eidolon, or Eidolon first so that they take 2 damage? Gonna attack first. Let's play the Eidolon. Deadly Dispute. Is it a sacrifice deck? Deadly Dispute. You would normally not see that in... Huh. In a Rakdos mid-range. But you wouldn't play Bloodtide Harvester in a Rakdos mid-range either. That is interesting. Okay, Goblin Chain Whirler is kind of fire. Hazaret's coming. Hazaret is coming. Next turn. Such a sick card. Deadly Dispute. Take 2. Oh, wow. That's cute. That's cute. They're a bit of a memer, aren't they? Call of the Death Dweller. Goblin Chain Whirler. Bit of a memer. Another Chain Whirler. Into another Chain Whirler. Okay. Okay. I was like, what? I was like, do I have a lethal? And like, I was just looking at my hand for like the longest time. Like, I actually didn't actually see the lethal until my opponent left. You know what I was gonna do? I was gonna, when they attacked, I was gonna use the Sokenzen to block. But I could have just played the Sokenzen and then just activated the Ramana Bruin because the Kumano deals 1 damage here.